Good evening and welcome to the Oaktree Arena for this local derby match between the Cases Somerset Rebels and the Swindon Robins. Top of the table clash with both sides starting pretty well this season. The weather's set fair, although it's a little bit cloudy. The sun is out slightly to the west, which is good. And full strength sides for both, albeit there are guests on each side. But here we are. As I say, the crowd is coming in. It's looking good tonight. You've got the world champion in Jason Doyle, who also won the Premiership League Riders Championship last week at Poole. He's racing against his former team, Swindon. Swindon last year taking the title, so Jason Doyle, I'm sure, keen to put one over his former club. So we're set fair tonight. Two fine sides, full of racers around this great little track here at the Oaktree Arena.
Yeah, it's going to be very close. Obviously, it's going to be an exciting meeting. It's a local derby, and it's good to have these meetings. So, yeah, I think it's going to be very close.
Who do you think in your side is going to push the Rebels? Could be the team player.
I mean, obviously, we got David that rides this place well. Troy can go well here. Tobiasz. Nick used to ride here. Never actually had very many good meetings recently since he come back, but hopefully he can change that tonight. Yeah, and hopefully Zach will get a few points.
Again, next Somerset rider, a couple of those here, so they know the setup.
Yeah, everybody knows. They've all been around long enough now, and everybody knows most of the tracks and where to go and what to do, but some are tougher than the other.
With Jack Holder, big night tonight, local derby. Looking forward to it?
Yeah, of course. You know, it's just another meeting. But yeah, hopefully we can get the win tonight. And you know, Swindon have been going pretty good, and they got a good team. So yeah, if we can get a win tonight, they'll be really happy.
I know at the last meeting the track was a little bit unpredictable for you guys. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better. From a rider's perspective, can you give us some idea of what the problem was with the track, so for our viewers they can understand?
Yeah, they just put too much dirt on it, and it wasn't really like tacky. It was just real sandy. So yeah, like we couldn't turn on it. There's too much material. So one time we were on concrete, and then 2 seconds later we're in a bit dirt like that big, and it wasn't really safe, because if you're trying to follow someone and they go in the concrete bit and you're in the deep stuff, you can hit their back wheel or get really injured. So yeah, once they bladed all that stuff off, it was I wouldn't say a good racetrack, but it was better.
And tonight you had a quick look at it. Looks pretty good tonight. I think the weather's been a little bit more favourable.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they packed it a fair bit. So yeah, time will tell, but it does look better, a lot better.
So you're doing UK and Poland, or anywhere else?
Nah, not at the moment. They got like a window that will open in Sweden in a couple of weeks, so hopefully something out there will pop up, and yeah, then I'll be really busy.
Just keeping you on the bike, which is so important, I guess, keeping you, race fit.
Yeah, of course. You don't want to be riding once a week or twice a week and sitting at home doing nothing. So yeah, it's always good to be on the bikes as much as you can, but not too much, because you wear yourself out. It's a long season, so yeah, hopefully something in Sweden will pop up, and then it'll be good.
We'll let you get on. Good to chat with you. Have a good night.
No worries, thank you.
With Zach, return to the Rebels nest, but riding for the Robins. Looking forward to it tonight?
Yeah, it should be good. So yeah, track looks good. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Nice local gig for you tonight.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, 40 minutes. It's better than coming down here on a Friday as well, I suppose, with the traffic. So yeah, local one is always a good one. Not too much travelling.
How's your season been so far?
Yeah, it's all right so far. Just still getting used to things again. Obviously, I've been on the bike for a long time, so yeah, I think it should be good to get back and have a go around here.
Well, we'll let you go, because it looks like the presentation's going to be parade's going to happen. So we'll catch you later on. Cheers. Well done.
So, ladies and gents, get your voices up, get your horns out. Let's give a warm welcome to last year's champions, Swindon Robins. They are joined on the track by the Cases Somerset Rebels.
But you know the toss of coins? When you put it on your thumb, right, you pick it up in the air and let it fall on the floor, right? You can do that. Toss the coin. Ready? Tails. Tails. Off we go.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, there you go. Tails. You win.
You won.
Oh, okay.
One in for it.
Give the 50p to her, you're not that tight.
You got anyone you want?
I'll give you 50p back. Alright?
I'll take your home. There you go. Alright?
Yeah, it's right.
I borrowed off somebody else anyway.
What's that?
International, so let's start off with the number 1 for the Swindon Robins, the rebel born in Australia, Nick Morris. At number 2, the mainstay of the team last year, former pirate, born in France, Ellis. At number 3, fine form so far this season, scoring double figures in every match so far, Batchelor. Number 4, another on board in France, and one of the most exciting riders to visit the Oaktree Arena in recent times, Bellego. And number 5, born in Lesnar and inspired signing by Roscoe mid-season last year, Tobiasz Musielak. And number 6, a welcome back to local Bristolian and former rebel, Wajtknecht. Number 7, destined to miss the baby, who was unfortunately injured in a horror track accident at Birmingham recently, is Jack Smith. Now over to the Cases Rebels at number 1, the 2017 World Champion, and now the 2018 Premiership League Riders Champion, Doyle. And number 2, thankfully recovered from a nasty crash at Wright, Allan.
One more hit, you get a
And number 3, the defence scraping, hard charging, never giving up, Wright. And number 4, good to see him racking up the double figures last week, Batchelor. And number 5, winner of the British semi-final at Wajtknecht last night, big cheer for Lawson. And number 6, assisting tonight for Jonas Jefferson, has broken his hand. Welcome to Ashley Morris. And at number 7, one of the most exciting riders around the Oaktree Arena,
On to heat number 1 then of this evening's Premiership meeting between the Somerset Rebels and the Swindon Robins. Off the inside in yellow and black, Adam Ellis for the Robins. Next to him in blue, Jake Allan for the Rebels. Gate number 3 in white, Nick Morris. And off the outside in red, Jason Doyle. So Swindon winning the toss and electing to take gates 1 and 3 in the opening heat. And as the players got some slight movement on the inside from yellow and black, the red lights on straight away and the red flags out. Definitely some movement off the inside there from Adam Ellis for the Robins, and it has been deemed an unsatisfactory start with a warning going to the rider in yellow and black, Adam Ellis, for the restart.
Number 1.
So as we just wait now for the 4 riders with the newly crowned Premiership Riders Champion 2018, Jason Doyle off the outside. A superb start to the season for him for the Rebels. Is he going to be able to get that underway this evening for his team in heat number 1? But for a second start, still some movement off the inside in yellow and black, but the race is carrying on. Adam Ellis out in front, Jason Doyle now battling at the back with Nick Morris, relegating Nick to the back, but it's Adam Ellis in yellow and black out in front. Second in blue, Jake Allan for the Rebels. Third in red, Jason Doyle. Well, superb start once again for Adam Ellis. He had that slight jump initially, and then in the second running of heat number 1, he flew from the gates once again, leading the pack out in front, ahead of Jake Allan and Jason Doyle. Nick Morris relegated to the back, but he's not going to give up. People know what he can do around the Oaktree Arena. Has he got enough time to do so now in the final lap of heat number 1? It looks like it's going to be set to be a drawn heat to open up this evening's meeting as the checkered flag comes out for Adam Ellis in yellow and black. Second in blue to Jake Allan, and third in red to Jason Doyle. So from start to finish, a superb win there for the Robins. Number 2, Adam Ellis, taking the win in heat number 1.
There we go then, that's the win in yellow and black then for Adam Ellis. Adam's winning time 56.93, 56.93.
On to heat number 2 then, the reserve race coming off the inside in red, Ashley Morris for the Rebels. Next to him in white, Zach. I really should have learned how to pronounce his name before coming here this evening, but I've been thrown in at the deep end and I can't remember how to pronounce his surname. Can you remember, Steve? Wajtknecht?
Watch him, I think.
Watch him. Okay, is he your tip for this evening? Next to him in blue, Bradley Wilson-Dean, and off the outside in yellow and black, Jack Smith. Well, there's a slight movement once again from the tapes, and it is that guy that Steve said to watch in this heat, Zach Wajtknecht, out in front, leading the way from the Rebels pairing in second and third. Ooh, and just as I say that, the rider in red, Ashley Morris, getting into a bit of difficulty on that third and fourth bend, managing to hold on now, but going into third place behind his teammate in blue, Bradley Wilson-Dean. Out in front though, ex-Somerset rider Zach Wajtknecht leading the way. Bradley Wilson-Dean hunting him down in second place. Back in third place, Ashley Morris for the Rebels. Well, Steve did say that we had to watch out for this rider who's out in front as we go into the final lap for the Robins. Zach Wajtknecht out in front. Bradley Wilson-Dean getting into a bit of trouble on this first bend there. And now at the back, a battle looks like it's going to go on as we go into the checkered flag. But I think the Rebels have just got second and third sewn up, with Zach Wajtknecht taking the win. Second in blue to Bradley Wilson-Dean and third in red to Ashley Morris. Well, once again, from start to finish, the leader taking the win, Zach Wajtknecht taking the win in heat number 2 for the Robins, making the progressive scores now 6 points apiece. And I do apologise for my horrendous pronunciation. On to heat number 3 then, 2 shared heats for the opening races here this evening. Who's going to come out on top in heat number 3? Off the inside in white, Troy Batchelor for the Robins. Next to him in blue, Jack Holder, the rider we spoke to earlier on down in the pits. Looking forward to this evening's meeting. Gate number 3 in yellow and black, David Bellego for the Robins. And off the outside in red, Charles Wright. So we've had a bit of movement at the opening or at the start line in the previous 2 races. A perfect start this time in heat number 3, and what a flyer for the rider in white, Troy Batchelor. A sensational start from him out of the gates into the first bend in front of the rest of the riders. Now he's leading the way ahead of the rider in blue, Jack Holder, and Charles Wright back in third place. I feel like I'm getting a bit of deja vu, a bit like a broken record here, with the Robins rider, taking the lead from the start in the opening 3 heats. Now at the back, Charles Wright going ever so right and allowing David Bellego through into third place. What a ride by David Bellego to be constantly on Charles's tail and capitalise on his mistake there on the third and fourth bend as we go into the final lap. This now is set to be a heat advantage for the Robins, and as I say that, a bit of a mistake there from Jack Holder in second place in blue. David Bellego is still there in third. He's trying his best now to come through into second, but I think that Jack's just got it sewn up as the checkered flag comes out. For the rider out in front, Troy Batchelor, completely unperturbed by what was going on behind him in heat number 3. Second place in blue goes to Jack Holder for the Rebels, and third place in yellow and black goes to David Bellego. So the first heat advantage of the evening goes to the visitors, the Swindon Robins, making the progressive scores now 8 points to 10.
7.69. Second in blue was Jack Holder, and third in yellow and black, David Bellego.
Guys, we've just had some track grading. We did speak off camera just now that they seem to be struggling a little bit with the track today, especially on the third and fourth bend. Quite a few bumps taking the rider unaware, so they've just hopefully sorted that out now in time for heat number 4. So off the inside in yellow and black, Jack Smith for the Robins. Next to him in blue, Bradley Wilson-Dean. Gate number 3 in white, Tobiasz Musielak, and off the outside in red, Richard Lawson. Well, the Rebels will be looking to get a heat winner in heat number 4. Richard Lawson's very strong around here, and he has made a flying start off the outside along with his teammate in blue, Bradley Wilson-Dean. Bradley taking the lead now, with Richard Lawson coming into second place ahead of Jack Smith in yellow and black in third place. Wow, what a superb start there from both Rebels boys even. Bradley Wilson-Dean and Richard Lawson flying out of the gates to come into the first and second position in heat number 4. I said that they needed to get a heat winner under their belt, and they've gone even better with at the moment sitting on a 5-1 heat advantage, maximum heat advantage going towards the Rebels in heat number 4 as we come into the final lap of the race. Bradley Wilson-Dean out front, second in red Richard Lawson, third in yellow and black Jack Smith. Tobiasz Musielak now pulling up at the back. Well, a much better performance there for the Rebels in heat number 4. Bradley Wilson-Dean taking the win, second in red Richard Lawson and third in yellow and black Jack Smith. So the 5-1 heat advantage in heat number 4 makes the progressive scores now 13 points to 11, swung back in the favour of the home team, the Somerset Rebels. Well, you can see how much that means to the Rebels, both boys coming around to the applause of the fans here at the Oaktree Arena.
For the Robins skipper Nick Morris.
On to heat number 5 then, and again we've just had some rather intensive track grading because riders are still having issues with the track. It's proven to be quite dangerous for them as well this evening, so fingers crossed it's now sorted out. Off the inside in red Charles Wright, next to him in yellow and black Adam Ellis, gate number 3 in blue Jack Holder, and off the outside in white Nick Morris. Well, the takes go up on heat number 5, and it's the rider in red Charles Wright that gets it first in front of the other riders, and now his teammate in blue Jack Holder at the inside of the Robins riders trying to come through into second place. He's just managed to do so now. Charles Wright going ever so wide on that third and fourth bend, and now going into the second place position. Nick Morris managing to nip up the inside of Charles on that second bend. Charles Wright going to go for his big swoop around the outside again. Is he going to manage to get enough speed to come around the outside of him? It doesn't look like he has at the moment, but he's not giving up. We know that he loves riding that outside line here at the Oaktree Arena, but has he fallen just a bit too far back now to make any move on Nick Morris in second place? I think he has for the moment as we go to the final lap of heat number 5. Out in front Jack Holder, second in white Nick Morris, third in red Charles Wright. What a superb ride there for Jack Holder in blue as he takes the checker flag in heat number 5. Second in white Nick Morris and third in red Charles Wright. Well, another heat advantage for the home team this evening makes the progressive scores now 17 points to 13 after 5 heats. A wonderful ride there for Jack Holder, made a superb start, took the lead and then he was gone.
There we go then, a win in blue for Jack Wright. Jack Holder. Sorry. Gate number 3, yellow and black for the Robins, Wajtknecht. And from the outside, riding in blue for the Rebels.
Heat number 6 then off the inside in white, Tobiasz Musielak for the Robins. Next to him in red, Jason Doyle. Gate number 3 in yellow and black, Wajtknecht. And off the outside in blue, Jake Allan. Wonder what Zach will do in heat number 6. He had that superb start in his first outing where he got the win after Steve did mention that he was the one to watch this evening. Is he going to be able to get one over Jason Doyle and Jake Allan in heat number 6? Doyle will be looking to get some more points on the board after only managing to come third in his first outing in that shared heat for the opening heat. So as we just wait now, the riders seem to be taking their time to come up to the tapes. We've had an awful lot of grading this evening. I think we heard just now that there were 33 minutes of grading before heat number 5. So considering we'd had 4 minutes of racing and 33 minutes of grading, not going particularly well this evening on track. But now we're well underway, ready for heat number 6. Oh, and the rider in white, Tobiasz Musielak, flying from the gate there. Unfortunately, the tapes hadn't gone up when he did so. So we'll await to see what the Robins' decision is. He will be excluded from the rerun, but we'll wait to see whether he comes on 15 metres. Well, the rerun then for heat number 6. So Tobiasz Musielak has been replaced by Jack Smith coming in. So he's now going off the inside in white for the Robins. Next to him in red, Jason Doyle. Gate number 3 in yellow and black, Wajtknecht. And off the outside in blue, Jake Allan. So as we just wait now for all 4 riders to come up to the tapes. Jason Doyle will be looking to get one over his previous club tonight. Rode for the Swindon Robins last year when they won the title. Now back in Somerset colours this season. He's going off gate number 2 in red. Wow, clean getaway for all 4 riders in heat number 6. A superb start for Jason Doyle in red. His teammate in blue, Jake Allan, coming around the outside, managing to go around both Robins riders on that back straight into the second place position. Jack Smith holding on to 3rd place behind Jake Allan, and Jason Doyle out in front. Well, much better ride from the 2 Aussies for the Rebels this time. Only managing a 2nd and 3rd in their first outing together. Now Jason Doyle is steaming ahead with Jake Allan closely following, and back in 3rd place Jack Smith for the Robins. So as we go into the final lap of heat number 6, Jason Doyle flying around the Oaktree Arena. It's what the Rebels fans are used to seeing. Has a bit of an unfortunate meeting in Poland at the Grand Prix on Saturday, but now he's back to his winning ways and in Rebels colours, pulling a wheelie across the finishing line, taking the win in red in heat number 6. 2nd in blue to Jake Allan, and 3rd in white to Jack Smith. So a 5-1 for the Rebels, the 2nd of the evening in heat number 6, makes the progressive scores now 22 points to 14 after 6 heats.
There you go, then that's a win in red for Jason Doyle.
On to heat number 7 then, as Richard Lawson gets off his bike to do a bit of gardening off gate number 1 in red. Next to him in white, Troy Batchelor. Gate number 3 in blue, Ashley Morris. And off the outside in yellow and black, David Bellego. Well, Richard Lawson will be coming into this meeting on a high after winning the British semi-final at Leicester. Can he replicate that formula this evening? And some movement at the start there. The red light's on straight away. Ashley Morris in blue, making a bit of a flying start there. I think only just managing to not touch the tapes. You've got to admit there's some skill when these riders jump the start and don't actually touch the tapes there. So as we just wait for all 4 riders to come back around for the rerun of heat number 7. On to the rerun of heat number 7 then. All 4 riders back at the tapes for the rerun. Off the inside once again, Richard Lawson. Next to him in white, Troy Batchelor. Gate number 3 in blue, the flying man from the first running of the race, Ashley Morris. And off the outside in yellow and black, David Bellego. So as we just wait now then for the final 3 riders to come up to the tapes. They're taking the time this evening. Start Marshall moves away, ready for heat number 7. A much better start there, and a flyer from the outside in yellow and black for David Bellego. But off the inside in red, Richard Lawson takes the lead. His teammate Ashley Morris being relegated to the back. David Bellego in 2nd place. Troy Batchelor holding on to 3rd place. A jet fueled start though for David Bellego around the outside, but not managing to just not quick enough to come across and take the lead from now leading the way out in front for the Somerset Rebels. Looks behind him, sees the Rebels or the Robins riders packed in behind him in 2nd and 3rd. As we go to the final lap of heat number 7, David Bellego still trying hard behind Richard Lawson. I don't know whether he's got enough time to do anything now. Half a lap remaining. Richard Lawson still holding on to the lead as the checkered flag comes out for the first time for him this evening. He takes the win in heat number 7 ahead of David Bellego in 2nd place in yellow and black and 3rd in white, Troy Batchelor. So a 3-all shared heat there in heat number 7, with Richard Lawson taking the win. Makes some aggressive scores now, 25 points to 17, with the Rebels still holding on to an 8-point lead.
Richard going to come round for a lap of honour? Yes.
As you can see there, Richard Lawson coming around for a lap of honour. He loves the fans here at the Oaktree Arena after his win in heat number 7. An 8-point lead for the Rebels then going into heat number 8, with off the inside in blue, Bradley Wilson-Dean. Next to him in yellow and black, a reserve switch with Zach Wajtknecht coming out in place of Jack Smith. Gate number 3 in red, Jake Allan, and off the outside in white, Adam Ellis. Well, this heat should be interesting. Every rider with a win or a paid win under their belt from their programme rides so far this evening. Who's going to come out on top in this race? Jake Allan had that fantastic ride in heat number 6 with Jason Doyle to get the 5-1 heat advantage to put the Rebels 8 points ahead. Can he do the same now with Bradley Wilson-Dean? He takes go up once again. It's a flying start from the outside for Adam Ellis and Zach Wajtknecht, but now the rider in blue trying to split the pair out in front, not managing to do so, with Jake Allan going so wide on that 3rd and 4th bend, taking a tumble. Is he going to manage to get her back up and off the track in time? It doesn't look like it. He doesn't seem to be happy with something. I can only assume that he's still not happy with the track. The red light has come on there in front of me to say that Jake Allan has been disqualified from the rerun of heat number 8. As you can see there, Jake Allan definitely not happy with something. Jason Doyle also out on the track. Luckily though, Jake able to get back up and walk back to the pits. On to the rerun then of heat number 8. 3 riders only, Bradley Wilson-Dean, Zach Wajtknecht, and off the outside in white, Adam Ellis. While Jake Allan being disqualified as the primary cause of the stoppage first time out, means Bradley Wilson-Dean goes alone for the Rebels, and he's out in front now ahead of Adam Ellis in white and Zach Wajtknecht back in 3rd place, where we've had some more extensive track grading prior to this race. It seems to be holding a little bit better. I know it's only touch wood, we've only had half a race at the moment, but the rider out in blue, Bradley Wilson-Dean, looking a lot smoother out on track, leading the way from Adam Ellis back in 2nd place and Zach Wajtknecht at the back. Adam Ellis now trying to come up the inside of Bradley on that back straight. Bradley just holding onto the line as we go into the final lap of heat number 8. It's felt like a long time getting here, but we're finally getting the racing back underway this evening here at the Oaktree Arena, and it's the Rebels that are going to take the win in heat number 8. Bradley Wilson-Dean, the solo rider for the Rebels in the heat, takes the checkered flag. 2nd in white, Adam Ellis for the Robins, and 3rd in yellow and black, Zach Wajtknecht. So a 3-all there in heat number 8 with 3 riders only. Bradley Wilson-Dean taking the win for the Rebels, making the progressive scores now 28 points to 20. The Rebels still ahead by 8 points.
There we go then, a win in blue for Bradley Wilson-Dean, and Bradley's winning time 59.56, 59.56.
Heat number 9 then, Allan Rossiter choosing to use his tactical substitute with Troy Batchelor coming out in place of Zach Wajtknecht off the outside in yellow and black. Back over to the inside though in blue, Jack Holder for the Rebels. Superb race win for him in his previous outing. Next to him in white, Tobiasz Musielak. Gate number 3 in red, Charles Wright, and off the outside in yellow and black, Troy Batchelor. As the takes go up on heat number 9, a perfect tactical substitution there. Troy Batchelor getting the jump and coming straight across the other 3 riders into the lead. His teammate in white, Tobiasz Musielak, trying to hold on to 2nd place. Charles Wright though going for that big swoop around the outside, not quite got the speed to do so, cutting back up the inside now. But Tobiasz Musielak still holding on to 2nd place for the Robins. His teammate Troy Batchelor out in front, leading the way. Tobiasz Musielak in 2nd place. Charles Wright still trying everything he can to come through into 2nd place for the Rebels. He's still going wide, looking for that grip and the speed around the outside that we know he loves around the Oaktree Arena as we go into the final lap. I think the Robins have got this 5-1 sewn up in heat number 9. Charles Wright's going to go for another last-ditch attempt. Is he close enough to make much pressure on him down the back straight? I don't think he is. Now trying to go up the inside, so close. What a ride by Charles Wright. Tobiasz Musielak coming back up the inside, but Charles just holding on there for the win. Oh, sorry, not for the win even. I'm getting too excited there. For second place in heat number 9. Anyone would have thought that was for the win of the heat. But it was Troy Batchelor that came first in heat number 9, taking the win for the Robins. Second place in in red, Charles Wright, and third place in white, Tobiasz Musielak. So we'll just double check, get confirmation. But as far as I can see it, a 4-2 heat advantage for the Robins, making the progressive score now 30 points to 24.
Second in red was Charles Wright. Gate number 3 in red for the Rebels, Jason Doyle.
Well, it's 9:20 here this evening, and we're only on heat number 10. So we did think this would be over by 9:30. It probably doesn't seem as long for you guys watching this on DVD, but it's definitely been a long evening for us up here on top of the referee's box. So on to heat number 10. Off the inside in blue, Jake Allan. Next to him in yellow and black, David Bellego. Gate number 3 in red, Jason Doyle. And off the outside in white, Troy Batchelor. Some slight movement there from Troy Batchelor at the start. Gets the gate, gets the lead as well down the back straight. A superb start for him. Jason Doyle coming into third place. Looks like he's going to swoop around the outside of Jake Allan to come into second place to hunt down Troy Batchelor. There was a battle between the two riders at the Premiership Riders Championship, and it was Jason Doyle that came out on top. This evening, though, it is Troy Batchelor that is coming out on top in heat number 10. Troy Batchelor leading the way. The Rebels pairing back in second and third. Jason Doyle now coming into second. Jake Allan holding on to third. But the rider in yellow and black, David Bellego, he's close on their tails as we're about to go into the final lap of heat number 10. So still a shared heat at the moment. David Bellego still battling away at the back. He's going to go for the swoop around Jake Allan. Down the back straight. Has he got there? It doesn't look like he quite has at the moment. It's going to be down to the finishing line once again. But Jake Allan just manages to hold on, and so close there as well, coming over the finish line. But it was a 3-all once again in heat number 10. So Troy Batchelor took the win. Second in red, Jason Doyle. And third in blue, just holding on to that final point, Jake Allan. So shared heat in heat number 10 makes the progressive scores now 33 points to 27. On to heat number 11 then, off the inside in white, Nick Morris, an ex-Rebel, looking to put some more points on the scoreboards for him this evening. Next to him in red, Richard Lawson. Gate number 3, Adam Ellis, and off the outside in blue, Ashley Morris. And a flying start there from Adam Ellis in yellow and black. He has been flying from the starts this evening. His teammate in white, Nick Morris, holding on to second place. The Rebels boys being relegated to third and fourth in heat number 11. Richard Lawson's going to hunt Nick Morris down, but it looks like Nick's got enough speed to pull away from him now and catch his teammate out in front in yellow and black. So it's Adam Ellis and Nick Morris leading the way from Richard Lawson in third in heat number 11. Adam Ellis looking over his shoulder, seeing that it's Nick Morris by the side of him. Some tactical team riding now in heat number 11 to keep the Somerset boys behind them. They're a fair way behind now as we go into the final lap of heat number 11. What a comeback by the Robins in heat number 11. 5-1 will pull the points closer again, going into the final couple of heats of this evening's meeting. So the checkered flag comes out for the rider in white. Nick Morris had to wait there until they actually crossed the finish line. So Nick Morris takes his first win of the evening in white. Adam Ellis takes second place in yellow and black, and third in red to Richard Lawson. So 5-1 there in heat number 11 makes the progressive scores now 34 points to 32. That 5-1 has brought the Robins right back into the meeting.
Coming up from the inside, riding in yellow and black for the Robins, Wajtknecht.
Heat number 12 then, still all to play for. Off the inside in yellow and black, Wajtknecht. Gate number 3 in red, in red, Charles Wright. Troy Batchelor of gate number 3 and Bradley Wilson-Dean on the outside. Well, Troy Batchelor's certainly been flying out of the starts in the past couple of heats. He won 2 rides on the trot and now he's out in front again. But as I say that, Bradley Wilson-Dean, where has he come from in the blue helmet colour? Right around the outside of Troy Batchelor, and his teammate in red, Charles Wright, also looking to do the same. Is he going to get the speed to do it down the back straight? Not quite at the moment. Slipping back up the inside now of Troy Batchelor on that third bend, pushing him wide. Charles Wright has got the speed now to come into second place, but Troy Batchelor is not giving up. He's trying to come back up the inside. Looks like Charles has just got the speed to keep hold of second place at the moment, but Troy Batchelor is still there as we go into the final lap of heat number 12. Well, the Robins hit them with a 5-1, and what do the Rebels do? They come straight back out and say, here you go, here's a 5-1 of our own. So the checker flag about to come out for the 3rd time in this evening's meeting for Bradley Wilson-Dean in blue. 2nd in red goes to Charles Wright, and 3rd in white to Troy Batchelor. So complete swing in the opposite direction, going in favour of the Rebels this time. A 5-1 for them, with Bradley Wilson-Dean and Charles Wright doing the magic that they do out on the track, coming around to the applause of the fans. That 5-1 now puts them in the lead once again, 39 points to 33, 6 points between the two teams. Well, the Rebels extended their lead after that 5-1 in heat number 12. 6 points between the two teams now going into heat number 13. Off the inside in red, Jason Doyle. Next to him in white, Nick Morris. Gate number 3 in blue, Richard Lawson. And off the outside in yellow and black, Tobiasz Musielak. Well, Nick Morris will be going into this race on a high after his amazing win in his previous outing, but you can never underestimate the skill of Jason Doyle and Richard Lawson for the Rebels. Who's going to come out on top in heat number 13? Battle of the big guns as the tapes go up. That outside gate seems to be getting people off to a flying start. Tobiasz Musielak way out in front there, going into the first and second bend, leading the way from the Rebels riders in second place, Jason Doyle. Nick Morris though holding on to third place. Jason Doyle now coming up the inside of Tobiasz on that second bend, but not quite got the speed to come through and hold the first place position. So Tobiasz Musielak still out in front. Jason Doyle in second, Nick Morris in third. It's close out in front for that first, second and third position. Nick Morris now falling back a bit, but Jason Doyle is not giving up. This is his turf, this is his home. He wants to win this race as we go to the final lap. Jason Doyle still hunting Tobiasz Musielak down as we go down the back straight. It looks like the Robins riders got it sewn up now. His first win of the evening as the checker flag comes out for heat number 13. Tobiasz Musielak in yellow and black takes the win. Jason Doyle in red takes second place, and Nick Morris in white takes third. So a 4-2 in heat number 13 in favour of the visitors makes the progressive scores now 41 points to 37.
There you go then, that's the win in yellow and black for Tobiasz Musielak. And winning time 59.75. 5 minutes for Bellego.
Well, no surprises in the penultimate race when there's only 4 points between the two teams that we've got some reserve switches in the race. So off the inside in white, David Bellego for the Robins. Next to him in blue, a reserve switch, Bradley Wilson-Dean coming out in place of Ashley Morris. Gate number 3 in yellow and black, Zach Wajtknecht come out in place of Jack Smith. And off the outside in red, Jack Holder. Well, once again, it's the rider, I was going to say from the outside, that looks like he was going to cut across, but not quite got the speed to overtake. Well, I'm just talking rubbish, aren't I? Sorry. He has got the speed to overtake. Jack Holder now coming right around the outside of David Bellego in white to come into the lead. Back in third place, Zach Wajtknecht now being put under pressure. Bradley Wilson-Dean even being put under pressure by Zach Wajtknecht at the back. Looks like Bradley's just got third place at the moment. There's battle going on out front, a battle going on at the back. Now David Bellego coming up the inside of Jack Holder. Jack just managing to hold on to first place as we go into the final lap of heat number 14. It's still all to play for in this race. It's still all to play for in the meeting. Jack Holder holding on to the lead. Second in white, David Bellego. Back in third place, Bradley Wilson-Dean for the Rebels. Jack Holder takes the win in heat number 14. Second in white goes to David Bellego, and third in blue to Bradley Wilson-Dean. Well, some fantastic racing at the front and the back in heat number 14, but it was finally a 4-2 heat advantage in favour of the Rebels, with Jack Holder taking the win in heat number 14. So going into the final heat now, that puts the Rebels on 45 points and the Robins on 39. 6 points going into the final heat. Well, we finally got here the final heat of this evening's Premiership meeting between the Somerset Rebels and the Swindon Robins. Somerset taking gates 2 and 4, no surprise there in heat number 15. So off the inside in white, Troy Batchelor for the Robins. Next to him in red, Jason Doyle. Gate number 3 in yellow and black, Tobiasz Musielak. And off the outside in blue, Jack Holder. Sorry, I got slightly confused there because from my eyesight, Jack Holder's helmet colour isn't very blue in this light. Could look quite white.
I think he needs to put some whitening stuff in his wash.
Maybe the white helmet colour went in with the blue helmet colour. You never know. So heat number 15, some movement at the start there, but it has been allowed to continue. Jason Doyle getting the jump and leading the way. His teammate in blue, Jack Holder, now coming around the outside into second place, following his teammate into the lead. But now what a move by Tobiasz Musielak up the inside. Jack Holder returning the favour back into second place. There's a battle going on for second in this final heat of tonight's meeting. Jason Doyle completely oblivious to it all, out in front, leading the way for the Rebels, where he's comfortable, where he's used to being, out in front. Jason Doyle then leading. Second in blue, Jack Holder, and looks like some mechanical problems now for Tobiasz Musielak, coming to quite an abrupt stop on that back straight. 3 riders only left in the race. Doesn't make much difference to the scores. Still 5-1 heat advantage, with Jason Doyle about to take the win in the final heat of this evening's meeting. Jason Doyle taking the win. Second in blue, Jack Holder, and third in white, Troy Batchelor. So 5-1 in the end for the Rebels, makes the final score 50 points to 40 in favour of the home side, the Somerset Rebels.
It was a 5-1 for the boys. Are they going to come around and do a wheelie? I think so.
Well, some double celebrations down the home straight. Jason Doyle and Jake Allan, some double trouble wheelies after their 5-1 in heat number 15. Well, after a bit of an interesting meeting this evening, the victorious Rebels coming around on their parade lap. So we'll do a quick rundown of the scorers. Nick Morris 6, Adam Ellis 7+1, Troy Batchelor 12+1, David Bellego 5, Tobiasz Musielak 4, Zach Wajtknecht 4+1, and Jack Smith 2. On to the victorious Rebels then. Jason Doyle 11+1, Jake Allan 5+2, Charles Wright 5+1, Jack Holder 10+1, Richard Lawson 6+1, Ashley Morris 1+1, and Bradley Wilson-Dean 12. Well, the Rebels coming out on top then, 50 points to 40 in the end, after a very, as I said, interesting meeting. We'll leave it with that. So we hope to see you here again with Rerun Productions. See ya!